they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it and my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that contour, the hood call it Luda-yak. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down, like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving, tight like a million virgins. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out, y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts, accountants count me in. Make millions every year, the South's champion. Cause all I do, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Swerving in my low, head on a swivel, you know serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle.
Inaugural People's Ball held here at the wonderful League Center. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Chester City, make some noise! This is another yet a celebration. We greatly appreciate our elected officials for taking their steps and becoming victorious. So give them another round of applause. So I know that you guys see this wonderful blue all across the room. Let me tell you what the color blue represents. It represents trust, loyalty, sincerity, wisdom, confidence, stability, faith, and intelligence. Not only that, dedication. And that's what I believe that each elected official here today represents. So can we give another round of applause to our elected officials? At this time, let's welcome Ms. Joy Teller, who is the Chester City Controller and a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
If you didn't already know, the attire may have given you a suggestion. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and clergy. Tonight, we celebrate the men and women who were led to run, determined to win, and won. The new wave of leaders who are for the people because they've been the people. Leaders who understand the people because they know the people. Leaders who unapologetically stand for what is right and solidarity for the people because you elected us to serve. It is truly a pleasure that I stand before you this evening to bring you greetings as we celebrate the extraordinary men and women who diligently work in the midst of adversity, might I add, to weave the fabric of a stronger and more resilient Chester. And that is something we can all look forward to celebrating. So I welcome you this evening as we celebrate you, the people, for electing us to lead, to serve, and to honor you in all that we do. Welcome.
Let's give another round of applause for Ms. Joy Teller. Now introducing Ms. Lorraine Lavender Sams, who is a proud writer for the Black-owned newspaper called Scoop, and now our newest addition to our local school board in Chester Upland School District, Ms. Lorraine Lavender Sams.
Good evening, elected officials, honored guests. I am proud to be here and happy to serve. Our children are worth the fight and counting on our victory to achieve success. that will enable them to thrive and lead a future society far better to equipped to deal with the needs of a changing world. Chester Upland School District has some challenges, many of them not of our own making, and some of them are. However, our district has students with the most articulate, talented, enthusiastic, industrious, artistic, and driven minds in Delaware County. Our students have no bounds in accomplishing anything that they set out to achieve and more. Chester Upland School District has produced doctors, lawyers, educators, judges, artists, athletes, entrepreneurs, and in many other professions who've added to the betterment of our society. We'll certainly continue to do so as long as we provide an education that allows for equity, inclusion, holding true to the standard that Chester Upland School District's children are entitled to and deserve the same access to fair, comprehensive, and well-rounded education as offered to other peers in affluent school districts. I certainly echo the sentiments of my esteemed president, vice president, and other directors when I say this team that you've put your confidence in is ready, willing, able to reward your confidence, your hard work. With hard work, dedication, uncompromising determination, innovative ideas, and transparency. I see endless opportunities, limitless choices. We look forward to engaging our parents in the spirit of cooperation and not contention. We encourage our parents to support your children's education, coming out to the meetings. It's important. It's like a sporting event. And in a sporting event, everybody comes out. So you come out to the school board meeting, you know, it's another sporting event. It's one in your head. Support your school board as we support you to assist in achieving positive life outcomes for your children's education and ultimately their success in life. Thank you.
Please give another round of applause for Ms. Lorraine Lavender Sanders for advocating for our young people, along with the Chester Upland School District. We greatly appreciate you guys. At this time, let's welcome Mr. Shaquan Davis, who is newly appointed to Chester City Council and a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I want to give honor and thanks to God, for without Him, anything is possible. I want to acknowledge and thank all the dignitaries and elected officials who are here in attendance today. I want to give you a round of applause for your service, your service, your honor, and your dignity to our community, to our districts, to our state, and to our county. I want to thank everybody for being here in attendance with us today to celebrate such a wonderful event with the newly elected members of council from the city of Chester. And thank you.
And may I add, Shaquan Davis is the youngest appointed to Chester City Council. Can we give him another round of applause for that? As I look around, there's quite a few former and newly elected officials. Can you all please stand so we can acknowledge you guys with a round of applause? Please stand. Thank you, y'all. Let's give it up for Councilwoman Tamika Gibson. Not only is she our councilwoman, she is the Chester Police Chaplain. And she's a woman of great faith and character.
Y'all gonna have to get involved with this. So get up out your seats, because I'm in my part of town. I said get up out your seats, because I'm in my part of town. Y'all not listening. I said get up out of your seats, because we're in our part of town. Yeah! Listen here, everybody, listen here. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and I love him. And without God, none of this would be possible. So we're going to raise the energy in the room, right? Because God is all that and then some. So can we give it up for God first? Can we give it, and don't pity pat him. Don't pity pat him. I said, can we give it up for God first? Hallelujah, glory to God. God, we praise you and I lift you up and magnify your matchless name. He's matchless and I love him. Amen. And I love all of y'all too. The reason why I asked them to play my part of town, I used to be a rapper back in the day, don't tell nobody. But Tough Crew was like, they helped me along the way with some things, and so I had talked to the artist. I said, listen, I'm going back home because God told me to go back home, and I'd like to know if I could use my part of town. He said, yeah, because that's your part of town. And so I was honored to use Tough Crew, my part of town. I love the city of Chester and everybody in it. I want to give everyone here a round of applause, because without any of you, none of this would be possible. Don't pity pat yourselves. I said give yourselves a hand. I shout out the elected officials who I have the honor and privilege of working with, this brilliant man here. Fred Green, you are awesome and amazing, sir, and I love you. Councilwoman West, you are a woman of wisdom, and I appreciate all of the wisdom that you are even imparting into me. The lady with the control, with all the money, y'all, is the one. Joy Taylor, I appreciate, love, and I honor you here today. Shaquan, to the youngest appointed councilman of the city of Chester, I love, honor, and appreciate you. Miss Lorraine, Jack, Miss Monica Taylor, Mr. Larry Ham, we go way back to when you had the kids. I had 4 of them, and you guided me, you helped me guide them into a right direction. I appreciate you, sir. Where my mama at? My mama over there. Everybody give it up for that woman there, because she birthed greatness. She birthed greatness. Shine a light on her. Yeah. And to my sisters, I love you, and I love you for your support. To my pastors, I love and support and honor you as well. My church family, and my new man. My new man who changed the name from Gibson. Corey Long, where you at? Where Corey at? Where did Corey go? Stand up, Corey. Give this man a round of applause. Thank you, Corey, for believing in me. And I know you love me, right? Tamika Gibson Williams. Put some respect on the name. Listen, I love God. Listen, isn't this room amazing? Give it up for the people who have put this all together. I didn't know we were in Chester still. They lit up the room. They lit up the place. And so I'd like to shout out Everest Urgent Care, Pat Larkin, Tariq Consulting LLC, Phillips and Associates Architects and Interiors, Mechanic Engineer. I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna try it on my own first. I'm gonna try it on Agronomed. Did I say it right?
You said it right.
All right. Thank you, y'all. That was a hard one. Management LLC. Mr. Richard Walmack from County Councilman Richard Walmack. Give it up for Ken Schuster and Associates. More Construction. Y'all gotta give it up for Moore Brothers. Ken Kelly Law. Clayton Towing. MG Engineering Associates LLC and Delaware County Towing. It gives me a great honor. I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't ready. give me a minute. Because those brothers and those sisters showed all the way up for Tamika Gibson and all the other candidates who were running, and you put great trust in me. You sat down with me like a little girl getting ready to go into a classroom. What you bringing to the table, Tamika Gibson? And you helped groom and grow me up with the questions so that I could better present myself to the people, and I appreciate if you all stand and give it up for the local 413. I said stand up and give them, don't be sitting down, pity patting on them. Thank you very much for all that you have done. I appreciate all of you. The one thing that I'm just happy to be home. It took me 10 years to get here. And I don't have all night to explain that, but God took me on a journey that will bring me back here to Chester, Pennsylvania, and I absolutely love it. I don't understand all of his plans, but I trust him. And because I trust him and my faith solely relies in him, who is the author and finisher of my faith, I'm going to run this race with sneakers tied up, laced up, and I'm including you all, asking you all to come alongside me so that we can keep Chester in a positive direction, that we can keep on building up. And I just look forward to being able to serve you to the best of my ability with accountability, strong accountability. I thank you all for your help, your love, and your support. Have a good evening.
Now that was Miss Tamika Gibson. Give her another round of applause. This next gentleman is Mr. Jack Stolzheimer. I have the awesome opportunity to work in his office as an outreach specialist. Can we give Mr. Jack Stolzheimer a round of applause as he comes and deliver remarks? Oh, and by the way, he's Delco District Attorney. Give him a round of applause. We never had a district attorney come in the city of Chester before, and he's right here in our backyards. Thank you.
Thank you, Nasir, and thank you everyone for the opportunity to be here. Fred, this is a wonderful party. I can't believe. And for an old guy like me to be out this late on a Saturday night, not in my PJs, this is actually as good as I get. So I want to thank you all for the opportunity to be out and about. And Tamika, you are such a hard act to follow, but I'm going to do my best here. As many of you may know, Chester has a very special place in my heart. My family really began our American dream right here in the city of Chester. My mother came to this country as a 15-year-old Ukrainian refugee from a Nazi slave labor camp. The first place she ever lived as a free person was right here in the city of Chester. And Chester may have been a little bit different back then, may have been a little bit bigger, maybe it looked a little different. But the thing that has never changed about the city of Chester is the heart of the people who make up this community. This community welcomed my family when we came here, and I have so much pride, so much sea pride, because of all that you have done for my family. And I'll tell you the sad part about my family. My mother only got to live the American dream for a very short period of time. After she came here, she was lucky enough to meet a tall American soldier, my dad, home on leave. She had a beautiful daughter, and then she died in childbirth with me at the age of 26. I never got to meet my mother. I've never heard her voice or felt her touch, but she lives every single day in my heart. And it was her starting her life here in the city of Chester that really motivated me to run for district attorney, because I felt moved by her that I needed to do something to make my life count by making the life of the people who live in this beautiful city a little bit better. So 4 years ago, I got elected with Dr. Monica Taylor. She got elected at county council, and I got elected as district attorney. She was the first one I talked to about what I wanted to do in the city of Chester, bringing a program called Focused Deterrence to try to convince the young people who are killing too many people in the city of Chester to stop doing it. We'll help you find another life if you let us, but we're going to have to stop you if you make us. The partnership with Delaware County Council, with Mayor Thaddeus Kirkland and Commissioner Steve Gretzky. I know Stephen is here somewhere. My friend Corey Long, everyone's friend Corey Long, and so many people, Fred Taylor, Nasir, everybody who has worked together in the Chester Partnership for Safe Neighborhoods that had its inaugural meeting at Laborers Local 413. Everything good that happens in the city of Chester involves Laborers Local 413. As you may know, Commissioner Gretzky announced the other day that in the last 4 years since I've been district attorney and Monica's been on county council, we've reduced the number of shootings by 72%. and the number of gun homicides are down by 68%. Too many people still die. We value every single life of every person in Delaware County. Anybody who gets killed on our watch makes us sad. It lessens all of our community. But I want the people of Chester to know that we are here for you. I am so excited about the new generation of elected leaders we have in the city, including Dr. Taylor and Richard Womack and our whole team at County Council. We are just at the beginning stage of Chester's renaissance. We are going to make the city even greater than it already is. And it always starts with the wonderful people who make up the city. You are the reason we're in public office. I want to thank you for letting me be part of your life and for making me feel like I've made my life count by working for the people of Chester. Thank you so much.
It has been brought to my attention that someone had lost their keys, but really quick, can we give our Delco District Attorney another round of applause? Jack Stillsummer. Again, there has been some keys that have been lost. If you can, just look around in your area and see if there's any keys. At this time, we have the musically inclined Miss Ashley. At this time, we have Miss Crystal Burrell of the Miss Plug, who prepared this wonderful event as our planner. Can we give her a round of applause as she comes?
Good evening, everybody. Y'all look beautiful. And welcome to the People's Ball. Can you give everybody a round of applause? I would like to thank the team that put everything together. So the catering decor was done by our mayor's catering. We have the Blind Date Band, DJ Gordy, of course, Nasir hosting, and of course our media team. We have Quan Knox, Kevia Scott, Mr. Nelson, we have Sam. I just want to thank you guys all so much for helping out with this event. I could not do it without you. As Nasir mentioned, my name is Crystal Burrell. I am the owner of the Miss Plug, which is a platform that connects people. We offer event management and event marketing services, and I had the pleasure of planning and organizing tonight's events. I not only have the pleasure of planning tonight's event, I also have the pleasure of introducing a very special guest. Our guest of honor, Mr. Fred Green. Yeah, clap it up, clap it up. I'm going to be reading his bio today, but I am going to, do it in my own way. So if you would like the full version, please check out your program booklet. But Fred Green, a dedicated Chester native and recognized community activist, has made strides in advocating for the youth all across the tri-state area. Born in '92, Fred's journey into activism began at the tender age of 11 in response to a tragic shooting for the 4-year-old Jemiah Butler. This heartbreaking event propelled Fred to seek out meaningful solutions to gun violence and community safety. Fred's commitment to the community led him into various works with the local government, including the Department of Labor, the Social Security Administration, Executive Director of Wilmington Youth Leadership Commission. He also worked with Mayor Thaddeus Clarkland under John Linder. At the age of 25, Fred was elected Chester Upland School Board, marking the beginning of his civil and political contributions. He has been an active member of the Salvation Army Advisory Board, Mel Kirkland's Civic Advisory Council. He also was on the subcommittee of Chester's Office of Reentry, Executive Director of Chester's Youth Leadership Commission. In February 2020, Mayor Kirkland appointed Fred to Chester's Stormwater Authority Board of Directors, making him the youngest individual to ever serve in that capacity. Fred's commitment to public service and his knack for leadership does not go unnoticed. His relentless efforts brought us here in his swearing in for the city councilman for Chester. This role he embraces with the intent to further serve and uplift our community. As Fred steps into his role as city councilman, he carries with him that same zeal, that same spark, the advocacy and journey, a promise to be the champion that Chester youth needs. The youth needs, the senior needs, and every resident as he works towards creating a brighter, more prosperous community for us all. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Ashley Rice. Thank you.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. We'll bring it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. Yes, we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. Chester, we'll rise up. We'll rise like the day. We'll rise up. In spite of the ache, we will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up. We'll rise like the day. We'll rise up. We'll rise unafraid. We'll rise up. And we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for Thank you all so much. It's been an honor to be able to be with you tonight. Now I have the esteemed pleasure. Please stand and welcome the Honorable Councilman Fred Green.
ladies and gentlemen, honored guests and the remarkable citizens of Chester, good evening.
Good evening.
Tonight we stand at the cups of a new dawn for our beloved city. As I look around this room, I see the faces of hope. I see the architects of change and the guardians of our city's future. I want to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to my formidable team that stood by me, whose unwavering dedication has been the bedrock of our campaign. To our campaign director, Nasir Leach, campaign treasurer, Vanessa Santiago, communications director, Sam Shavers, volunteer coordinator, Shaquan Davis, our SAGE campaign advisors, Kevin Kelly, Corey Long, Anye Cleveland, and our campaign secretary, Jamila Bishop. Your commitment is the pulse of our movement, and tonight I say thank you. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Chester City Council members, the Chestuckland School Board, our collective vision for revitalized Chester, where opportunity and justice are mere aspirations, but tangible realities, has brought us together. We are united, not by the titles we hold, but by the mission we share to uplift Chester to new heights. To all the elected officials and the community members and our community partners, your partnership is invaluable. Together we are the architects and the builders of Chester's bright future. A future where each day is a step towards progress, equality, and prosperity. Our path is set with challenges, yet we step forward with an unbreakable will to make Chester a better place. We will tap into our community's wellspring of strength, channeling it into a movement that touches every corner of the city of Chester. We are writing a new chapter, a story where bridges built over divided grounds, of unity where there was once division, a light of shadows that fell. This is the dawn of innovation for our youth and the beginning of a legacy of collaboration, and a promise of a future that is fulfilled with opportunity here in Chester. Amen. Tonight is more than a celebration. It's a declaration of our commitment, a rally for our collective dreams as a testament to our unwavering support that we will give Chester. Tonight, we don't celebrate the victories of just an election. We celebrate the spirit of Chester, a spirit that is resilient, that never falters, that stands tall in the face of adversity. The spirit that not rise from one individual, but rises from a shared dreams of relentless effort of each one of us in here tonight. Now let me be clear. The road ahead is paved with challenges, but our resolve to overcome them is ironclad. We will harness the collective power of community to usher in a new era of prosperity that is felt in every home, every school, and on every street. We are turning the page, and the narrative we will write will resonate with the ethos of progress. We will build bridges where walls once stood. We will sow seeds of collaboration in places where discord once took root. We will light the beacon of innovation to guide our youth towards a horizon that's brimming with possibility and promise. Our task is not simple, but the history of Chester is one of triumph, not surrender. We will rise, not in isolation, but together, as a community that is stronger than the sum of its parts. We will rise with a tenacity that runs deep within the Chester veins, with the wisdom that has been the landmark of our past leaders, and the courage that our children embody today. And as the soloist led her voice to the melody of Rise Up, let it be more than just a song. Let it be our anthem, our vow, and our promise. Let it be something that will be the rhythm to which Chester moves as we embark on a new journey of transformation, because transformation is happening in Chester. So tonight, let's raise our glasses, not just to the victories and to the election that we won, but to the work that lies ahead, to the unity that will be in our strength, to the efforts that will be in our legacy, and to the city that we all call home. As a triumph chord of all I do is win, prepare to fill the air. Let us sink and resolve to its rhythm. Let it be the soundtrack of our unwavering march towards victory, not just tonight, but in every challenge that we meet. In Chester, there will be challenges, but I believe we will overcome them if we work together. So let us lift our glasses, folks, not just to the winds behind us, but the feats ahead, to the solidarity that will be our fortitude, to the endeavors that will crave our legacy, to the Chester that we know, that we love, and that we care about so much. A city that will strive, a city that we call home, one that is our pride, one that is sea pride, one that we will take back, and one that we will make a difference and make Chester great again. Chester, I thank you. Tonight is the night that we will rise together and we will keep on winning. Because if you know Chester, all we do is win, 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 no matter what. Chester, I love you. Now let's celebrate.